Today, I'm going to be deleting the center part of my grill where the Subaru emblem goes. I'm not really a fan of it. I already did this mod before to my car, but might as well show you guys how to do it. So, going to be a deep tab down there. These little tabs right here. These little tabs. And one all the way down there. I suggest you get a long screwdriver for those tabs. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now I can show you what I'm going to be doing. I'm basically going to be cutting out this inner part right here. I was going to put a Subaru emblem on there, but I don't know, they're kind of expensive and I don't really like how the look is on this. I like more of a clean look. I know there's like aftermarket grills that are like Zero Sports that has like a carbon fiber type look to it, what I'm going for, but those are like $130, so nah, I'm not gonna spend that money. But all I'm gonna be using is some side cutters to just chop this inner part out, and yeah. But before that, I'll be taking out this mesh. On this one, all I gotta do is just basically unhook it from here, from these tops, and then I'll just fold it down and the mesh should just come out. Since this one's an aftermarket grill I got from Rock Auto, it might look different than your OEM grill if you have one. OEM grills have the little like metal brackets that hook onto here. You can just like pry those off with a flathead screwdriver and you'll be perfectly fine to put them back in. Just make sure you do it kind of slowly so it doesn't break the tab. But yeah, I'll take this off and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got this mesh out. One suggestion I do kind of have, if you guys are worried about realigning the mesh, is if you notice right here, there's a little couple tabs at the bottom that hold it in or kind of force it down. If you want, you could take like a Sharpie or a paint pen, something that's a different color than your actual mesh, and lining it up with the marks so you can just drop it in, fold it over, and it'll just go back the same way you took it off. I'm not too worried about it because I already know where it's gonna go, and most of these meshes come already like kind of pre-cut to the exact same size as your grill, so yeah, you should be fine. Alright, so now you can see, let's get some good lighting on here. Oh. Alrighty, now that I got some good lighting, as you can see from this bottom part right here, the inner structure still has this plastic piece at the bottom. So if you cut it off, you can just sand it down to make it look flush with the rest of the grill, so it'll hide it a lot better. But up top up here, it doesn't like follow, the little plastic piece doesn't follow. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it right there, how it like follows right here, but it has nothing right there. So honestly, you'll never see the top piece, you'll only see the bottom piece. So this is what matters. You don't want to cut it too deep where or sand it too deep where it takes this away, but I'll show you that in a bit. Now, there's the centerpiece. And that's it. Okay, that's the end of the tutorial. Psych. Now I gotta clean it all up. In here. Let me see if I can get that in the camera. Yes. So as you can see from right here, this bottom piece, we're gonna trim all these edges, these rough edges where the centerpiece used to be, and now make it seem like it's all flush. Yes, there'll be like a little indentation there that you can still kind of see because you don't want to sand it too far. If you see the back of it, it gets a little thin right there. And the first time I did this mod on my old Impreza, yeah, it was coming out way too thin, and you could actually feel how thin it is just by pinching your fingers through both of the plastics. But I learned my mistakes, and yeah, so now I'm just gonna keep on cutting away. I'll be right back till I get it as close as flush as I can. Alrighty, so I got it as flush. There we go, you can see it. I got it as close to flush as I can with the side cutters. Also I kinda made a split right there on the top, but that's nothing too bad. Like I said, you won't even see the top unless like you're straight up just laying on the floor. But yeah, so I got it as flush as I could with the side cutters. Now here comes the tedious part, and I'm going to use this 50 grit sandpaper, which is like super fucking rough. It's like somebody was super ashy. But I'm just going to be rubbing away at it, trying to make it as smooth as I can. Probably time lapse that. Okay. Alrighty guys, so after I don't know, like 20 minutes, I guess. I don't even know what time it is. But after 20 minutes, let's say, of me sanding down with the 50 grit, as you can see, let me try to make it a good angle. I got it semi-flush, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to get it super flush just because right around here I sanded a little too far. Now I can see daylight out the other side, so yeah, that's just telling me that the plastic probably isn't what's it called, thick enough. So I'll just probably sand off these tabs at the end and probably call it good right there. Maybe a little bit more on this front end, but that's pretty it. As for the top, I got this like super smooth. It's flush completely. So now what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna sand it with 600 grit sandpaper, and yeah, I'm just gonna go over the whole thing, the whole front, top, all that, because I'm gonna be shooting it all with some black spray paint all over again. And yeah, so I'll be back after doing more sanding. Alrighty guys, so after I don't know, like 20 minutes, I guess. I don't even know what time it is. But after 20 minutes, let's say, of me sanding down with the 50 grit, as you can see, let me try to make it a good angle. I got it semi-flush, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to get it super flush just because right around here I sanded a little too far. Now I can see daylight out the other side, so yeah, that's just telling me that the plastic probably isn't what's it called, thick enough. So I'll just probably sand off these tabs at the end and probably call it good right there. Maybe a little bit more on this front end, but that's pretty it. As for the top, I got this like super smooth. It's flush completely. So now what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna sand it with 600 grit sandpaper, and yeah, I'm just gonna go over the whole thing, the whole front, top, all that, because I'm gonna be shooting it all with some black spray paint all over again. And yeah, so I'll be back after doing more sanding. Alrighty guys, so I kind of decided instead of the 600 grit, I'm gonna go with 400 grit, just because like the surface of this is like really smooth and shiny. Like that's 600 right there, and that's not gonna grab paint that well. So I'm gonna hit it with 400 grit sandpaper, and hopefully it turns out a little bit more rougher, because that's okay, but I want it to be better than that. Alright, I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, got it all super flush, best as I'm gonna get it, and same with the back. I went ahead and sanded it all down, made sure everything was all nicely sanded. Now I'm going to take some degreaser and clean the part all up, prep it for paint. Nice finish. Did like 3 coats of paint. So now I took off the little mesh that went on my original STI grill, since this one's aftermarket. So now I'm just gonna put it on and show you what it looks like. This is the end result. Just a quick suggestion for you guys with an STI and want to do the same thing I do. I used an aftermarket grill and just used my regular STI mesh. But if you're thinking about popping off that STI emblem, man, good luck. Those things are like on there. So I just took my STI mesh and put it on my aftermarket grill, so I can keep the other one with the Subaru badge all nice and just sell it off. But yeah, now let me go put this on the car and show you the end result. So as you guys saw, pretty easy mod to do. Only took me a couple hours just because I was pretty lazy in between steps, taking breaks and all that. But yeah, pretty easy mod to do. Like, share, and subscribe, and catch you on the next one.